Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the March 25th eclipse in Libra. This is going to be for that eclipse. Again, it is a little bit early, but at the same time, I want to be able to do the other eclipse as well at the beginning of April. So, it is what it is. We're going to do it right now. And tarot is timeless anyway. But this eclipse season is going to last until like September. So these energies will last until September. And, the energies in this reading. So let's see what is going on for you. You had this main male card here and this despair card. I feel like some of you are worried that someone isn't going to like you. I definitely get that feeling here that you're worried that someone isn't interested in you or someone wouldn't be interested in you. So I would get out of your head here. I definitely think that someone would be attracted to you, even go down to the Knight of Cups. So, there could be like a knight in shining armor, or there could be a person who is a knight in shining armor coming in for you. Or again, if you have, I get this feeling here on those cards right here that only these two cards, that you either have your eye on someone or you're interested in someone and you're like worried that they aren't interested in you. And again, that's, obviously not going to be for all of you. But, I that's kind of like the feeling that I get here. For others, I feel like you're trying to, the main male card could just be the main person being you, and you could be trying to make a decision. You have the Eight of Cups here. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from something that no longer serves you. And you also have the Tower. Everybody has, almost everyone except for like one person, one sign has had the Tower. And so there clearly could be, it doesn't surprise me. Eclipses can definitely cause Tower moments. There definitely could be a global Tower moment that's happening at this time. So, there you go. But what I would say here is that the Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serve you. And so I feel like for some of you, you have to walk away from something that's no longer serving you. This could be in work or business or whatever. I really feel that it's something where you're not getting what you want out of the situation, Aquarius. The Four of Cups is, kind of like a card of contemplation, apathy, can be a card of disappointments. But really what I feel for you is that you might be in a situation that is just not delivering, is what I'm hearing. It could be a relationship, it could be a business, it could be your work, whatever it is, doesn't matter. I think that, you could be in a situation where you're just not, it's like you're putting energy in, but you're just not seeing an appropriate result. And I think it's time to make a change. I don't even necessarily feel that you have to leave the situation, whatever it is, right? I just think that you have to make a change. There's something that needs to be done here. Like if it's a job, maybe you need to ask for a raise or promotion, or maybe you need to express concerns to your boss, or maybe you need to transfer, right? Or something like that. So definitely popping into my head. We are going to clarify and we'll get more detail on whatever that is. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Hangman. Now, the Hangman says you've been thinking about something for a long time, and the Hangman has been, he's sacrificed use of his arms and his legs so that he can gain enlightenment. You can see that his head is glowing right here. So he's gained the answers, which tells me that you have gained the answers. It's like you know what to do, even if you haven't done it yet. This is telling me that you know what to do to move forward in your life or to find success at this time. And I just think you just have to move forward. You have to take action on the answers that you have received in your head, right? So I think that a lot of you are getting answers like in your head, and you just need to take action on those answers, or you need to move closer towards the things that you have, realized in your head. You have the Magician in the area of your foundation. You are the Magician, Aquarius, and I think that you have a lot more power than you realize. It's funny that it's showing up in your foundation. He's pointing down to the ground here, right here. He's pointing to the ground. So there's clearly something that you need to manifest in reality, or that you are manifesting in reality. And whatever this is going to lead to a lot of abundance. He has this snake wrapped around his waist, and it represents reinvention. With Pluto and Aquarius, definitely a time of reinvention for you. Pluto is going to be moving backwards soon, but and it's going to go back into Capricorn one more time before officially moving into Aquarius in November. But it doesn't matter. It's in Aquarius. It's been in Aquarius multiple times already. And, it's finally going to be staying in Aquarius. So anything you can do to reinvent yourself, to have some sort of change would be a good idea. This card also says, like, I almost feel like it's a time to choose is what I'm hearing in my head, especially with these four there are these 4 suits right here. These are all the ace versions of each suit. So, the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. And I feel it's time for you to choose a tool. Like, he has these tools in front of him, but I feel like you need to, and it doesn't mean you can't change your tools in the future, but I feel it's time for you to decide, like, what tools you want to use in your life, for creating things or for doing things. And I think it's time for you to decide. You have the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands can be, this is coming up in your past position. The past position is what you're moving past. The 7 of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card of defending yourself at the top of a hill, or defending your position at the top of a hill. But it's really a card of belief. It says when you know that something is going to be successful, you will be successful. I kind of feel this is more saying that you've come from a period of time where you've had to put up a lot of boundaries and, so I think you've had to put up a lot of boundaries, or you've had to protect yourself over the past several months or years even. And I kind of feel this is saying, like, you don't have to put up such heavy boundaries any longer. It's like you can, I almost feel like it's saying you can release yourself from these heavy burdens or these boundaries that you've been putting up. So I don't know, that's definitely popping into my head. You have this Knight card. It says triumph over adversity. You have this Wizard. It says use your skills to aid others. It could be time for you to use some sort of skill to aid others, especially I'm hearing, like, if you've graduated college recently or over the past few years, you could definitely be using a skill that you've developed. I also feel that you've had a lot of things that you feel like have been holding you back for a long time. I feel that in a lot of ways this has to do with expressing yourself, mostly because of the Magician. It's like maybe you feel like you haven't been able to express yourself or live the life that you are trying to create, or again, maybe there are certain aspects of yourself that you don't think are acceptable according to society or whatever. And I kind of feel the good news here is that with this and the Magician, part of the reinvention that you're going through is that I think you're going to be living a more authentic life. It's almost like this reading is saying that you are going to be more authentically yourself. You are going to be able to do more of the things that you want to do, or even if there are things that you think that other people find or if you think there are things that other people will find unacceptable, or according to their own rules, it's like you're not going to worry about that so much. I don't know, kind of a weird message, but that's what I'm getting there. You have this, in the area of your very near future, you have this stability card. It says you will be very stable and very prosperous. Make stability a top priority and commit yourself to consistency. You have this parenthood card. It says healing your inner child will help you make money. Definitely, I think that being more playful, exploring more, being more creative, we're entering into a time of creativity. Also entering into a time of co-creation and exploration and innovation. So any of those things that you could do, those are all childlike energies, right? Children have crazy imaginations, right? So they innovate, they are creative, and all those other things. So, any of that stuff that you can do would be really good. You have the 9 of Wands, another card of boundaries, and so I do feel some of you are either coming off of a time of putting up strict boundaries, or you still have these strict boundaries up. I would never tell anyone to, put their boundaries down or anything like that. But again, if you want, like, love, for example, which we have the Knight of Cups here, I feel like you're going to have to open up a little bit more, or you're going to have to try again, right? The 9 of Wands is a card of trying again. It's a card of perseverance. He has not given up. He has these 8 wands behind him, and he's holding on to this one last wand. He is the wounded warrior, and so maybe you have been wounded in relationships or connections, but I kind of feel like if you give love one last try, for example, there could be a really solid connection coming in for you, for sure. We see it right here. Knight in shining armor, someone who sweeps you off your feet. You've probably had many tower moments in relationships or difficult situations, or disappointments is what I'm getting. But I kind of feel like you are entering into a time that's going to be much better. Again, over the next few months, you have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups would be a knight in shining armor. You definitely could be getting together with a person. I feel like some of you could be getting into something with a person who's from a distance. It might not be like that far of a distance, but it might be enough. Like, it might be like an hour away or something like that. And so maybe you don't get to see this person as much as you want, but I do feel like that will change. Again, you have the Tower in the World. And the Tower in the World doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can actually just represent a move, or it can say that you are moving. And so it wouldn't really surprise me if you decide to move, or if you decide to travel. I also feel over the next few months that you're going to be very dreamy, and I would tap into those dreams. Like, I would be writing your dreams down. I would keep a dream journal at this time, especially with this card, for the next few months. You never know. You might get a brilliant idea. You might get like a sudden insight, or you might have like a sudden revelation in your life. And, I think that would be very good for you to pay attention to. It seems to me like this is just a very dreamy energy in your reading. It's like saying that you are entering into this dream time. The thing about the Knight of Cups is he can manifest his dreams. He's standing in the desert, but he has this water flowing in front of him. If he plants seeds in his dreams, basically, if he plants seeds in the desert, they will grow. So, again, if you have any wacky ideas, crazy ideas, now is the time here, Aquarius, because they will grow. You have this tower. This is showing up in the area of your closest relationships. So this is all relationships that you are in, not just love, right? So there could be some sort of tower moment in your relationships. I kind of feel like this has already happened. So again, if you had a relationship that fell apart, these two people are being brought back down to reality on the tower card. So the tower falls because these people have been ignoring reality, and now they're being brought back down to reality. If you had a falling out with a person, over the past few months or even a couple of years, I feel that this situation was meant to show you your reality, or is meant to kind of make you see reality in some way. It's like sometimes, and again, I'm not calling you out here or anything, Aquarius, but we all, get into relationships, and sometimes we like believe a lie, and it's not even like necessarily like the person is lying, right? We just, maybe part of us kind of knows that things aren't going to work out, but we still tell ourselves that it is. And, and we kind of try to make something work. I always tell people, if you're trying to make something work in a relationship, that's usually not a good thing. I say usually because if both people are trying to make something work, and they're both, both people are putting in the work to make something work, then it's definitely, I think it's always worth it to try to make something work if both people are doing the work. I kind of get the feeling that one person you were probably trying to make things work, and the other person wasn't. So that's when it's a problem, right? And when we know it's not right, but we're like trying too hard to kind of like force it. I think that a lot of people will tell you that, what do they say about relationships? It's like the person who cares less about the relationship is in the power position, right? Whatever you want to call it. And I kind of feel like for some of you, you could have been in a situation where you really liked a person or whatever, it just didn't work out. And I kind of feel like you've learned from this. It also would not surprise me if there is going to be some sort of global tower moment in the world during this eclipse. Everybody's had the tower. It is an eclipse. Eclipses can eclipse things out. So, I don't like to, I don't predict death in general, but, again, sometimes, I do feel like this could be some sort of, a world leader stepping down or something like that. Literally the past 2 times I predicted this. The Queen of Denmark abdicated her throne the last time I predicted this. Then more recently, some like queen died or something like that recently. My assistant just told me, we're actually looking for the video where I said it and then it happened because I said it in a reading that something was going to happen, and it did. So, don't be surprised if like there's some sort of world leader stepping down or something weird happening in the world. Next in the area of the good stuff, your future feelings, you have the world. I feel like you are feeling more connected to the world. I also feel like you're feeling more connected to your achievements or your goals. The world is a card of achievements. And so it says that you are kind of like, but I'm getting the word connected here. So there's something about being connected to things that you want to achieve. And I feel like you are achieving more. So again, this is a good thing. This is not a bad thing. I feel really good about this for you here, Aquarius. You have the Death card. The Death card, of course, could be some sort of transformation or some sort of change that is going on in your life. And so I feel for a lot of you that you are encountering or going through a change or transformation with the Death card. You have the Dove. It says be peace. You have the Eagle. It says spirit has your back. Yeah, I feel like you are protected at this time. I feel like you need to get ready for surprises. I always say with the Eagle, Eagle medicine is about, the Eagle flies around the earth, but it can see very far, but it can't see all the way around the curve of the earth, right? And we have the earth here. We have the world. So I feel that this is saying that you can see very far, and maybe things aren't perfect in your life right now, but you never know when there might be a big surprise, coming in for you. And I kind of get that feeling here where it's like there's no need for you to be in despair, like that despair card. I think things are about to like turn around for you. I feel things are about to improve big time. So let's see. With the 8 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, you have the 4 of Swords. Yeah, I definitely feel it would be a good time for you to rest, relax, recover, and just based off of everything that's going on here, any resting you can do would be a good idea. With the Hangman, you have the King of Cups. You could be attracting a water sign, or you could be interested in a water sign here. It could be a Pisces, doesn't have to be. It could be any sign. It could just be a person who's, very kind, caring, nurturing, all that other stuff. But I definitely feel that it's like you're dreaming of a person, or you're imagining how a person is. I don't know. Maybe you're doing some fantasizing here, Aquarius. I don't know. So go for it. I would say that, it's kind of funny that this Nine of Wands guy, it's kind of hard to see here, but he's looking up to this situation. So it's almost like you are like wondering if you should open up to a situation or not. I would say yes. I think it would be worth it. With the Magician, you have the Strength card. You've been very patient. Could be a fire sign coming in for you as well, by the way. Could be another fixed sign. Could be Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo. Scorpio stands out to me. You have like everything here. But the Strength card is a card of patience. And, I feel like you've been working on yourself. And the Strength card, something about the Strength card is that she has to do this every single day. She is taming her inner voice, like her inner demon, her inner critic. And she's getting it to submit to her. So I feel like you've been doing a lot of work on yourself. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Emperor. The Emperor is, I'm wondering if you have released a person that you thought was your Emperor. I'm getting that for some of you. For others, I feel something about regrets for not taking action or something. I don't know. It feels like a disconnected message from the reading, but, that might make sense to some of you. It looks to me like you could be, that some of you or one of you could be thinking about something in your life that you didn't take action on. And I kind of feel that here with the Emperor, but I don't know. It's a weird message. With the Nine of Wands, you have the King of Wands. Again, could be a fire sign or someone very fiery. It could be fire with water, water with fire. Could be anything, general reading. But the King of Wands, I also feel, is saying that it's time for you to be bold, be assertive. It's time for you to like really go for something that you want, because I feel like you're going to be very successful if you really go for something here. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is ready to receive. And so I feel like you are ready to receive. She has her hand up, her sword up, but her hand out. It kind of says that she's cautiously optimistic and that she's ready to receive something, from the universe or from a person. And obviously it's coming up here with the, sorry, let me just move this out of the way. It's coming up here with the Knight of Cups. So I feel that you could be ready to receive love, or maybe you're just considering opening up to a person. And, that looks really, really good to me. I also feel that you're getting more clarity. If you've been confused or unsure of a decision that you want to make, it's like you're getting clarity on it. With the Tower, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence and abundance, being very successful. So I feel like it is a very abundant time for you. I feel like you could be finding a lot of success right now as well. So I really like that. I feel like there's a lot of abundance and success coming in for you. And it's coming up with that Tower. So again, this could be like a pleasant surprise. I always say the Tower does not have to be bad. It could be a good surprise, a pleasant surprise. This could also say that you're more focusing on your independence, even though there is love here. You can be in love and still be independent, right? So you could just be working on your independence, and that could be a good thing as well. With the World, you have the Two of Cups. I told you, I knew that there is something like long distance coming in here. I feel like some of you are meeting a person from either, this could also just say you're like meeting a person from another country, or, someone who maybe it's not long distance, right? But Two of Cups, these two people are meant to look very different. So Two of Cups is, again, meant to represent a person who's different than your usual type, but it could be long distance. For others, Two of Cups is you and your higher self. So a lot of you could be communicating with your higher self, which is a good idea. With the Death card, you have the Five of Wands. Yeah, there's like you could be conflicted about releasing something from your past. So the Five of Wands kind of says that it's time for you to release something from your past so that you can be successful. You have this Dog far away. It says a distant friend is thinking of you. I mean, do I need to say it? Like I said, there's clearly a person from a distance who's thinking about you. It could be a person you already know. Like maybe you have a friend who went to college, or you have a friend who moved away, or something like that. If you do, that person is thinking about you, and they are interested in you, and you're probably interested in them. Obviously it's not going to be true for all of you, but there you go. You have this Vine card. It says, seek information that will help you. So if you're doing anything, I think the more you learn, the more you earn. And I'm a big fan of learning right now. I think that everybody should be learning new skills, learning about new technology. It's the only way to be successful moving forward. You have this lion. It says time to act. We are in a time of action. It's an 8-year this year. So it's like literally infinity. You put energy into something, you get energy back. I would be any ideas, plans, goals, wishes, dreams. I would just take a step towards those things or whatever it is that you want, and I would go for it. You have this bouquet. It says compliments from an admirer. Yes, you definitely have an admirer. Definitely, 100%. So love. You have this crib. It says birth or conception of a child or an enterprise. For some of you, it's both. You have this parenthood card right here where this lady is pregnant on it. So some of you, if you're not trying to get pregnant, I would be careful. But, for some of you, it could be a baby. For others, again, this could be a business or something that you're working on here. And I feel there's going to be a lot of success in whatever you're working on. But I love this reading for you, Aquarius. Definitely very positive as well. But thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.